New South Wales is ever growing and changing. Looking back over the past 2 decades, we can see, from 1991 to 2011, the population had increased by 1.3 million people. 2/3 of this growth was centred in the Sydney region. People were getting older, and there was a rise in people from overseas moving here to live. In 1991, people who were 65 and older, born before the Great Depression, made up 1 in 10 of the population. Almost 3/4 were born in Australia, and over 1 in 10 people were born in the UK or Ireland. By 2011, they were most likely grandparents or even great-grandparents, and women outnumbered men by 2 to 1. In 1991, people in their 40s and 50s, born during the War and Depression, were living in a house with their family. Their children, the baby boomers, Australia's largest generation, were in their 30s, living in homes of their own. There was another wave of migrants from the UK, Italy, Yugoslavia, Poland and Greece. Most men were in paid work, but only half of women had joined the workforce. In 1991, baby boomers were starting families of their own. Their neighbours were multicultural, from backgrounds including the UK, New Zealand, Hong Kong, China and Vietnam. More women were working than ever before. But by 2011, the baby boomers were starting to retire. They owned their own homes and were becoming grandparents. In 1991, Generation X was studying or starting their career. The population was becoming more multicultural than ever before. Generation X waited longer to have a family than their parents or grandparents, but by 2011, they were having babies. However, many women of Generation X didn't have children. In 1991, Generation Y were babies and toddlers. They grew up with technology and went to school at the turn of the millennium. By 2011, most were still living at home, and those born in Australia increasingly had friends from multicultural backgrounds. New South Wales is dynamic and diverse, and each new generation sets unique and changing opportunities. We are planning for sustainable growth and employment in New South Wales. Find out more at planning.nsw.gov.au.